If you're anything like me, you hate Zoom calls. And chances are you probably zone out, stop paying attention, or fall asleep in the middle of a meeting. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can get better at Zoom calls. Now, if you stay till the end, I'm going to give you a little trick that I use whenever I'm losing focus and falling asleep. And this is bound to really help you out. Whether you're doing a home office or you are in the physical location of your work environment, there's a couple of things to keep in mind when it comes to Zoom. It's almost become standard now to have the video camera on, especially after COVID, which requires us to actually pay more attention. And so it's a lot more strenuous than if we had the video off, because let's be honest, we probably end up doing different things while we listening in on the meeting. The first thing to keep in mind to engage yourself in Zoom is to repeat word for word what the person said. I swear to God, this works. It's called active listening, because if you don't repeat what the person said word for word, chances are you're not going to pay attention. Second thing you can do is take notes during the meeting. This forces you to do a kinesthetic activity and work with your hands, engaging a different part of your brain so you can stay focused. I know now in Zoom, even in Google Meets, you have an option to plug in an AI software tool, but I actually highly recommend against it, because it just makes it easier for us to fall asleep, because now we know we definitely won't pay attention. And with Zoom, we need to engage, because in the engagement, we actually stay awake. Number 3, if I have to say something, I always try to think of positivity or positive reinforcement, because having a lot of words and just saying things just for the sake of it is a waste of time. So if you're in a group meeting, choose your words wisely and try to position yourself as the mediator or someone of influence, in the sense of that you're adding value. When I say influence, means you're adding value. You're not just saying something for the sake of saying something, but if you see a conflict or if you see a gap or some sort of opportunity that nobody else sees in the meeting, or you hear something, step in and say something smart. I don't know, not just smart, but like do something that will allow others to pay attention to you. And it's always around solving a problem. Try to solve a problem and you'll see that the direction of the Zoom meeting changes and people will remember what you say. Number 4, ask questions. Questions drive the cognition. Questions allow people to think, and you are now more engaged in the meeting. So if you don't know what to say, and if you feel like you're not an expert in your field, ask questions. Be the student rather than the teacher. The last 2 points is show a professional and polite tone. Always be professional. Even if you're in your pajamas, put on a sweater or a jacket or a blouse button down, or just dress for the meeting. Nobody's going to see you from the waist down. And if sometimes that makes you even more comfortable if you're in your pajama pants. Whatever you do, be comfortable while at the same time maintain a professional tone. It's so easy to get sloppy when you're home, sitting on the couch like me and slouch. It's very easy to just kind of hang out. But stand up straight, have a nice posture, put on something nice, and be presentable, because it's still your boss and your colleagues that are judging you. And the final point is be mindful of timing and boundaries. Sometimes these meetings go over and you can suggest, hey, this meeting is coming to an end. Is there anything else that we should mention? Always less is more. So try to have briefer meetings. I typically do 10 to 20 minute meetings over Zoom, and I prepare. So if you want to prepare for the meeting, always have 3 key points that you want to discuss. Even if it's not on the agenda, maybe have 1 point, but be very impactful and mindful of other people's time. Now, here's the trick. I promised you, if you stay till the end, I'm going to give you a tip. If you feel uncomfortable during a Zoom meeting, let's say somebody's looking at you awkward or you're looking at them awkward because you see yourself on camera, use the notepad icon to block their face, because this allows you to maintain a neutral face and neutral gestures. What that does is typically we respond to what other people are doing. So if the person is frowning, we're frowning. If the person is smiling, we're smiling. And if that's distracting what the person is doing, put a notepad in front of their face voice and just hear what they're saying. This has helped me countless of times because I get distracted easily, and by blocking someone's face, I'm not focusing on their gestures. I'm more so paying attention what they're saying. And what about you? I'm curious, what do you do during a Zoom call that helps you stay engaged and paying attention? And if you don't know, I'm going to be posting a lot of videos in my next playlist called Be a Better Human with Alice, and I'll talk about self-improvement tips and strategies and some insights from my life that would hopefully help you just be a better person and not only be more productive, more mindful, but more healthier and positive in your outlook on life. Please hit that subscribe button if you found this video helpful. Up next, I'll talk about how to get somebody to stop being mean to you. This comes up a lot. Thank you for those of you who listed that in the comments from my previous video. If you spare me 5 minutes, you'll get anyone to like you. So I've taken those comments into consideration, and I'll be creating a lot more videos in the next playlist for self-improvement strategies, tips, and insights. Thanks for watching, and do the best that you can every day.